Yeah.
Let's go.
Let me just double check these cameras again.
Oh, gosh. This guy. Mine looks good. Yours looks good. Mine's a little tilted, but I'll fix it in post.
Is it tilted?
It's just a little like this, but you can
Just fucking fix it.
yeah, I'll fix it. Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? Today's episode, we're going to be discussing the cigar news of 2023, all the good stuff and probably bad stuff that happened. But more importantly, we are sampling live our new cigar. That is a Connecticut blend. Stay tuned.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Burnout Podcast. My name is Justin, a.k.a. the Dapper Cigar. This gentleman is Eric, a.k.a. Brother Cigar. Thank you for tuning in, for listening, for watching. If you're new here, hit the like button, the subscribe button, hit the bell. Check us out. You know the drill. The blueprint. And what could be
The next cigar.
the next cigar. So today we're going to be talking about all the things that are going on in that happened in 2023 in the world of cigars. But in conjunction with that,
In conjunction. Great word.
we are doing a tasting. This is going to be a tasting on air
Mm-hmm.
of the Connecticut blend that we have that could very well be.
And don't worry, it's not gonna be every single second going.
No.
This is great." It's just gonna be while we're talking about the current events, we're gonna be notating some of the stuff about the cigar, and we'll occasionally bring it up.
You know what we'll do is, we got a timer over here, but I know.
We need a clock in here.
Well, yeah, I mean, but I do have one right here on the computer.
Yeah.
But you're right. We need one that's big, so that.
Like one up there.
But as we're going through the episode, maybe every 5 or 10 minutes, like the 10-minute mark. Hey, what do you got?
Mhm.
How's it going? Is it
I'm
looking
into
good?
it.
Blah blah blah. It's probably only gonna be 30 minutes, so maybe we'll do it every 5 minutes. We have 6 check-ins.
Yeah, we have your rating system that we used for the last cigar, aka the blueprint,
Yep. So that rating system, for a quick little recap,
and
is
your iPhone 8 Plus that you still haven't updated.
I know.
Come on, come to the good side.
There's 10 categories. Okay. The first category is the look, feel, and size, right? So the physical appearance. The second category is the smell. Then we have the cold draw. Okay. Then we have first third. We have second third. We have third third. We have the finish. How it lingers in your mouth. We have the draw. We have the smoke output, and then we have the burn, ash, or construction. Okay. And each one, some of them are weighted a little bit heavier than others. And I think we did that in the last time. Instead of doing every category as 10, we said, you know what? They're weighted a little bit different.
This motherfucker's sweet, son.
So I think we have a little bit more weighting on the first, second, and third because those are the general flavors of the cigar. And things like the finish and the cold draw are weighted a little bit less.
And we have our favorite beverage to pair a cigar with, whether it's mild, medium, or full. A coffee.
Which is actually good that this wasn't planned, but this is good that we're doing this, because if it doesn't pair well with this, then it's already
It's out.
ixnayed.
Get it out.
It can't be a cigar. It has to pair, no matter what it is. If it's mild, medium, full, it has to pair well with a cigar.
And we won't disclose what's in here.
We won't disclose what's in here, or we will?
No, we're not.
We're not.
Yeah,
no, we're not.
Did I say we will?
No, I didn't hear it.
We will not disclose what's in here.
So this is one. I'm going to actually do it this way so that you can't zoom in. And we actually have a second blend right here that is not. So this one I would get. It's a mild cigar. This one is still mild, but it's like a half a step up,
Better or higher in the strength bar.
strength. So we're going to try this one first, obviously, and then we'll move to this one, and we'll see which one we like better. But let's get these.
Let's get it going.
Let's get these cut.
So you guys might have seen these bottles floating around. This is our episode sponsor, Cigargle.
Cigargle is the only mouthwash that actually kills cigar breath. It's made by cigar smokers for cigar smokers.
So I love to use these right after I smoke a cigar. It really gets rid of that cigar breath, and my wife definitely loves it.
So they have a couple different flavors. Power Mint, which is the one I'm holding, and Eric's got spearmint and cinnamon. And it's so easy to use. Swish it around for 60 seconds and spit. And that cigar taste is gone.
So I have a lot of buddies that obviously smoke cigars, and their wives hate the smell of cigars. I gave them a couple bottles of the Cigar, and their wives absolutely love it. And there's no more cigar breath.
It's also great if you're one of those guys that likes to hit the cigar lounge during your lunch break. Just get a bottle of Cigar, use it after the cigar lounge, and you're good to go when you go back to the office.
You guys definitely won't be disappointed. Check them out at cigargle.co. That's cigargle.co. Or check them out on Amazon with Cigargle. You know, when you smell it, the wrapper smells sweet, right? But once you take a cold draw, I don't get much on the cold draw. Usually I get like a lot, I always say I get like a lot of hay or sweet hay. I'm not really getting much of that.
On the cold draw?
Mm-hmm.
Well, right off the rip, I mean, the look, it's right on the money.
Yeah.
Okay? I think the look, the overall physical appearance of it, I would say I just give it like a 10 out of 10 because
it's what we want.
It's exactly what I want. It's got that mild color, that golden wrapper. It's a little bit veiny, which is common for some Connecticut wrap cigars because it's so light, so you can see
a lot more.
Yeah, exactly. But the smell's good. It smells like sweet. It smells
very good. But when you see on the cold draw, you don't really get much out of the cold draw. Right? It's kind of dry. Not dry in the sense of like dry.
No, but like
it's never. It's kind of nothing really there. You know. So
I get like a I get a little bit of woodiness.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you the first news article for Cigar News that happened this year, January 16th of 2023.
So this was the first thing that popped out. Why don't we get these lit first? We
could do that.
Let's do that. So let's get these toasted. I'm like
heaven.
This is crazy.
I'm in heaven.
Dude, this is crazy. Just think about this is the second cigar. And then, very well could be by the end of 2023 we have the third cigar coming out, but it's like 2024. But 4 years ago we were just
4.5 years ago, just two dudes sitting on some chairs talking about whatever.
And we're off. Okay, so
great pull.
Right off the bat, I mean, the draw is phenomenal.
Ample amount of smoke.
Ample. Draw is phenomenal. Wait. The draw is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I turned it off.
Oh, damn it. All right, anyway, so here we go.
I need like a sample board. So you're like,
yeah, you need a soundboard.
Yeah. The blueprint.
Yeah.
Live.
Yeah. We're here. Live.
All right, so I'm just gonna be taking some notes of what we previously.
So I'll talk about this. So
Go
in
ahead.
January, the beginning of the year, January 16th, 2023, Mexico imposes one of the world's strictest anti-smoking laws, basically saying you can't smoke anywhere in public places. So one of the world's strictest anti-tobacco laws has been imposed in Mexico, setting its force on a total ban of smoking in public places, including hotels, beaches, and parks.
And where was this?
Mexico.
So they banned it.
Yeah, you can't go to the beach and smoke a cigar. You can't go outside.
So you can't go in Cancun on the beach and have a cigar and a cocktail. That's what that says?
Or the cartel's going to come run up on you and shoot your head off. Let's see here. The new law, which is part of the country's general law, tobacco reform, came into force. There's also a total ban on the promotion, advertising, and sponsorship of tobacco products. So yeah, just an all-out ban. The blanket ban extends on existing federal and tobacco state control laws, which came into place in 2008, banning smoking indoor spaces such as bars, restaurants, and workplace. So in Mexico,
this was in January.
This is I kind of.
Oh, you went in chronological order?
Yeah, I'm good like that.
Yeah, you are good like that.
So yeah, Mexico just basically puts an all-out ban on anti-smoking.
Dude, that's brutal, man.
Did
they change it since then, or is it?
Not that I
saw.
I got all these articles from the CigarRightsOfAmerica.com. CRA, baby.
Shout out to them. We might have to bleep that because we might get canceled.
No, they're just a news article.
We have a blank dot blank.
Yeah. No, they're not promoting cigars. YouTube, they're not promoting cigars. They're just promoting news.
This is for entertainment purposes.
It's just news articles only. They just promote news in an industry. That's all they do. Okay. So the next one, this is January 21st, 2023. A bill passes House. That right? Bill passes House. That doesn't make sense. Bill passes House to allow cigars.
Guy named Bill, right past your house.
I guess.
Bill
right
passes house.
I guess. Yeah, I guess whatever. That title is retarded. But sorry, you can't say retarded anymore.
Can't say that. Bleep.
That's
Dude, you still say that?
You still say that? Yeah, because it's fucking gay if you don't.
That clip was so funny,
good.
man.
But yeah, so this is actually in North Dakota. So a bill passes to allow cigars in North Dakota lounges and bars. You haven't been to smoke indoors in North Dakota for 10 years, but a bill introduced the legislation would change that. So in North Dakota, you can now smoke indoors, aka lounges and bars. Now, bars and do I really want to depends what kind of bar it is.
So North Dakota, run that by me again.
So
just
the North Dakota House of Representatives passed a bill that would legalize cigar bars and lounges across the state.
That would legalize cigar bars and lounges.
Yeah. Smoking indoors has been outlawed in North Dakota since 2012. The bill passed a vote 59-32. Next, it heads over to the Senate. So, apparently there's a lot of cigar smokers in North Dakota.
There you go. The North Dakotians.
Yeah.
So what I was doing while you were doing that is I was pulling up the flavor wheel again because there's a flavor in here that I'm picking up.
Dude, the pull and the draw on
this.
I
already put 10 out of 10.
Smooth, brother.
I put 10 out of 10 draw and a 10 out of 10. So like,
bro, it's so easy.
We'll go back this really quick with the weighting. The weighting. I was saying how certain things are. So if you have 10 categories, instead of making everything out of 10, that would be equal weighting across the board, right?
Yeah.
The cold draw and the finish we made out of 8 points. So instead of getting a full 10, it can go 1 to 8. Okay, so a perfect score on a cold draw would be an 8.
Yeah.
Right? And then the first third, second third, and the third, we made them up to 12. So they can account for 12 points out of that 100. So that's where those two, the cold draw and the finish, are not really as important. They don't count for as much as some of the other ones do.
Okay.
So when you think about this, the first third, second third, and the third can account for 50% more than the cold draw, right? If the cold draw is 8 and the first third's 12, that's 50% more. So it's a little bit heavier weighting. But for the draw and the smoke output, those are out of 10. And I already put 10 out of 10. It's flawless. It's exactly what we want. It's just like the blueprint. Although it's not as now when we say smoke output, it's a 10 out of 10 for this type of blend.
True.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because Connecticut's aren't always like this.
Right? Because you could have a cigar that has a lot of smoke, but that's as much smoke as that cigar is going to put out. If you have a cigar that's really full-bodied, heavy, that smoke is going to be a lot denser than if you had a mild cigar. But when we say smoke output, it's just we want to make sure that you're getting enough smoke out of it instead of it just being like,
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right, baby. And by the way, since we're talking here, I want to put out some future events that are going to be up in the area with the Blueprint and the Burn Down Podcast.
Blueprint. And, I mean, maybe these.
We might have some samples to give out, too.
December
12th.
On the 30th.
On the 30th. December 12th. It's a Tuesday. It's a cigar networking event. It's going to be over 150 people, business owners, entrepreneurs, a lot of interesting people. We're doing a cigar networking event, so we'll have the Blueprint there. We'll have all our merch, accessories, whatnot. Come down. There's going to be a plethora of food and goodies. Shout out to Tony Peck for putting that together. And then also January 20th, it's a Saturday. We're doing a Blueprint event at Matador Cigars in Hauppauge, New York. So make sure you come to that one because that one's going to be a banger. So next on the list, what do you got?
There's a flavor in there. I think it's a dry spice, or it's a spice of some sort. I don't know if it's a baking spice or if it's a dry spice. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say like cardamom or something because I don't really know cardamom. I don't know why I want to say that, but Do you get what I'm saying? It's not a sweet spice.
The retrohale is kind of good too, though. I'll have to think about that one, but yeah, I do.
Yeah, I'm getting something in there.
So while you're thinking about that,
yeah, I'm gonna look because it could be a wood too.
A few months go by in 2023. Now on April 3rd, another good state, Montana, the state Senate weighs bill to reduce taxes on cigars. So in the state of Montana, Senator George Hertz is sponsoring Senate Bill 122, would add premium cigars to a list of nicotine products that are exempt from the state's 50% tax rate on tobacco products. So he says, imagine you had a business and the product that you sold had a 50% tax on it at wholesale cost. And that same product you're selling is being sold into your state by a business who lives out state and delivers that product right to your doorstep. They're not subject to that tax. That's an unfair competition here. So shout out to Senator Hertz for putting cigars on that premium cigars to that list of tobacco products that are exempt from state's 50% tax on tobacco products. So far we got Mexico banning all out public smoking, North Dakota allowed to smoke in cigar lounges and bars, and Montana making premium cigars exempt from their 50% or more tobacco tax list.
Damn, we're just rolling down these.
Yeah, man.
Rolling deep. I'm just in the...
You know what? As I was doing this, there was a lot of news in April, I noticed. So that was April 3rd.
That's my birthday one.
Wow. Shout out. So that was April 3rd. A couple days later, April 7th, Connecticut cigar lounges could sell alcohol under a new bill.
I just want to show that really quick. I mean,
mine's getting a little flaky. Mine's what is it? What's it mean when you start to get like this line down the ash? You ever see that? I don't know what that's from. I don't know if it's anything or it's not.
It could just be like the way that, because like when they roll it, maybe that one part of the leaf just doesn't burn as well. But
all right,
man, there's something in here. I like it. I like it.
I like it. I love it. I want some more of it.
I'm getting like the overlying or the underlying flavor, whatever that is. I can't pinpoint it. Is it maybe nuts? You know what it is? It's like a walnut.
I don't even eat too many walnuts, so I wouldn't be able
it's
to
like a unsweetened, just a unsweetened, or like a cashew. Remember I have the raw cashews?
Yeah, I'm getting more of a saltier cashew.
I'm getting like a raw, dry roasted, unsalted cashew.
They make sweet cashews, right?
Well, I mean, you can get like sweet, like the candied, but that's not what I'm getting. I'm getting like a
I just did a retro ale, and it was a little spice, a little harsh, and then as it was leaving, it had a little sweet tone to it. It was kind of nice. If you do a retro ale,
because that's what I'm definitely getting. It's nuts. It could be like walnuts or
these
nuts.
These nuts.
I'm getting.
Let me try this again.
Nuts could be walnuts or cashews, and it's like dry roasted is what I'm getting.
All right, yeah. Now that you talk about it more, sometimes you have to talk about.
But you get what I'm saying? Like, get it. Just imagine yourself eating a handful of nuts, and it's not super salty where all you taste is the salt. Get a handful of nuts, right? And it's like that really.
Nuts right here.
Yeah, I got you. It's like that. But just
that's too good, bro.
Close your eyes. Get a handful of nuts.
All right, hold on. Ready? All right, got a handful of nuts. Now what?
Now imagine they're in your mouth. But that's what I'm getting. I feel like I'm chewing on, like, after you chew the cashews, you have that like that nutty flavor on. That's what I'm feeling. You know? And I enjoy it. I do like a nutty. Like if I'm having a mild cigar, I do like the nuttiness. Now I'm gonna try it with the coffee too.
Yeah, it's definitely nutty. These nuts, I like it. I'm starting to get better at this retro ale.
Maybe that's what we call it. It's got to start with a D.
These nuts.
All right, I'm just gonna do it with the coffee, and we try.
So while you do it with the coffee, I'm gonna talk about Connecticut cigar lounges could sell alcohol under a new bill. Now, I've spoken about this in the past. There's a cigar lounge in Connecticut in New Haven, the Owl Shop, and it was the only cigar lounge that could sell alcohol because they were grandfathered in through a bill. Justin, hold on thought, because I'm on a roll right now. So the Owl Shop, when I used to live there, that was my spot when I used to go smoke cigars when I lived in Connecticut.
Shout out to
Rob at North
of Havana.
North
We're doing
Havana.
a cigar
We're doing a cigar event too.
there in March.
Yeah, shout out.
Shout out. That's Connecticut shop.
So anyways, the Owl Shop in New Haven was like the only spot in Connecticut that would sell alcohol with tobacco. So that made it like super exclusive. They got grandfathered in, and it was a big deal. But now, on April 7th,
exclusive,
they passed a new bill where Connecticut lounges can now sell alcohol.
So the Owl Shop was the only one that could.
It was like grandfathered in from like the early mid 1900s or 1950s.
And then in April now they said that everybody could. So maybe
bill.
that's why North of Havana has it. I don't know if they sell or not.
Okay.
But it could be like a BYOB type of thing.
Sure. Nice
spot though. I haven't been to the Owl Shop, but I've been to North of Havana. Shout out to
Rob. That was the other spot I would go to. Coincidentally,
it's a good spot, and it's like you wouldn't think that.
And I would go there before Rob bought it. Which is funny. That was just a small world. Like, he's like, yeah, I own North of Havana. I was like, what? I was like, I used to go there all the time. He's like, yeah, well, I just bought, when I first met him, he's like, yeah, I just became the new owner of it. And I was like, So
good spot. They got a pool table there, which sold me, dude.
Right up your alley,
dude. Sold me because you know how many times, smoking stogies and playing pool.
Stogies.
I love that. I love the feeling of being able to smoke a cigar. I feel like I'm back in the early 40s and the 50s when you have your bourbon, you have your JTS Brown. Preach. Go down to the corner and get me a bottle of JTS Brown. No ice, no glass.
I only know JTS Brown because of what's his face. We had Bill Binder on here years ago.
Yeah, I want to golf with that guy. By the way,
he's a nasty golfer.
Yeah, I want to golf with him.
He has great golf videos because he's a big hip hop head like me, so he incorporates hip hop with golf, and it's awesome.
I actually thought about doing something similar to what he's doing because he has short golfing videos where he takes a sip, puffs on a cigar, and I thought about doing like whenever I golf, just film it and putting up golf videos of like, hey, this is what I'm smoking. Play a hole with me.
Content, kid.
It's golfing videos are going nuts. So I was like, hey, how can we incorporate that into the Burnout Podcast? Like, hey, I'm smoking the Blueprint. I'm smoking this.
Maybe like it's our own little niche. So like you have your own little niche with the Burn Down doing that, and I find my own little niche of doing something else. Call it a fucking day.
That's what I'm saying. It's but
when you drink coffee, the nuttiness is enhanced, right?
Dude.
Right? Okay.
Dude.
That's what I thought you were thinking.
Dude, let me tell you something, dude.
Let me tell you something else.
Dude, listen to me, dude.
These nuts get enhanced when you drink coffee.
Dude, hold on a second, dude. This cigar, I gotta be honest. The first third of it, I'm really enjoying it. I really am. Dude.
Say dude one more time.
Dude, let me tell you something, dude. All right. That's my Uncle Denny. Dude, love it, dude. Dude, it's great, dude.
Yeah, it like
I
don't know
though, right?
I don't know if it's the cream from the coffee, but it gives it that like I don't know what it is. It's
that's exactly right because the nuts that I was getting is more of the dry roasted, so it's not like creaming like a creaminess in your mouth. I was gonna say it's not cream in your mouth.
That's why I started laughing.
It's not a creaminess. It doesn't like coat your mouth. It's kind of dry. So when you have the coffee, it balances that out.
Yeah, it makes it that like I don't know what
are you getting any other flavors?
Nah,
because we're almost going into the second third now. But all right, I'm gonna rattle off something. I'm gonna rattle off a bunch of shit.
So we can even this out.
Okay, and let me see if here's some nuts. Okay, walnut, hazelnut, chestnut,
here's some nuts.
Marzipan, roasted nuts. You're not getting any fruit, right? I don't really get much fruit.
No.
Are you getting
it's more of like I don't know if it's the right word, but like drier.
Yeah.
Like
so
dry cigar.
So there's some wood. Do you get any wood like cedar, oak, pine, hickory, mesquite? I maybe get oak, maybe like an oakiness, but I don't get much. Could be pine. Could be a pine. Like, do you get any mint or anything like that?
No, not mint.
Like any sort of menthol? Maybe on the retrohale. I haven't retrohaled yet.
Retrohale is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. While you retrohale, here's another bill happening. Here's another bill that happened in California, or a proposed bill in California, April 19th, 2023. The title says the bill that would have permanently banned tobacco sales in California was put on hold. Typical of California.
Dude, that retrohale's nice.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. And it's very easy.
I get exactly what you're saying, dude.
Like the little sweet little.
Exactly what you're saying. Because at the front, you're just like, okay. But it's typical because the first retrohale is very.
And it's not harsh to do the retrohale with this cigar.
Right? But that's at the end. It's like it's a little. Like it's a little. I get it. There's a little sweetness, man.
A little kick, a little sweet.
It's nice.
Oh, it's very nice. I think it's great.
All right, so back to the not so nice California.
I'm glad we're clicking on both cylinders over here.
We're just going back and forth. I get this. I get that.
But no, this it's just typical of California wanting to ban all tobacco sales, and the bill was put on hold. So a legislative bill that would have been effectively put an end to tobacco in the Golden State has been stalled. Last week in the California state legislation, Bill 935, including handmade cigars from people born after January 1st, 2007, was put on hold. The bill was amended by the state's Assembly Health Committee to reshift focus entirely on the enforcement of California's recently introduced flavored tobacco ban. It's a temporary victory for smokers, but cigar fans should not get too comfortable. Yeah, so typical of California trying to do something radical over there.
Dude.
Eliminate cigars? Come on, you kidding me?
That sucks, dude.
But this is and then this one happened, which is our favorite. In September, the DOJ appeals FDA premium cigar decision, the deeming rule.
Oh, that was a big one.
That was the biggest thing of 2023.
That was a big one, dude.
Federal judge sides with premium cigar makers in discarding the FDA rule. So if you guys don't know what we're talking about, go a couple episodes back.
Go Google it.
And we talk about it a lot. But essentially, Judge Mehta, shout out to Judge Mehta, agreed with the Premium Cigar Association and disregarded the FDA's rule, basically saying they didn't have enough evidence to deem cigars as what they were portraying. The PSA, Cigar Rights of America, provided all this information to the FDA, and they did not take it into consideration. And the judge saw that and said, hey, they provided you all this information and you're not utilizing it to accurately define what a premium cigar is, so I am siding with them. So that was a big win for cigars. Shout out to Judge Mehta.
Meta World Peace.
Meta World Peace.
So I was Googling a couple things because I think I'm getting white pepper. So I went. I was like,
"What? Know what white pepper tastes like?"
So that's what I said. I'm like, I don't know why I want to say white pepper. Okay. So I said, what does white pepper taste like? So it says typically considered milder in flavor than black pepper. White pepper has a bright, earthy flavor. Somebody also said the flavor of white pepper is often described as musty, grassy, and slightly fermented. It's generally considered milder than black pepper, though some claim that they prefer its heat, and others describe notes of ginger.
I will say this.
So I definitely get that because it's almost a mustiness. It's a musty.
I will say the cigar smokes pretty fast.
I mean,
well, maybe I'm smoking a lot faster than you, but I feel like I'm burning through this mother.
Yeah, you're smoking it fast. I'm just like really trying.
I guess because
Although I will say the construction's phenomenal.
Yeah, you're doing a better job. I'm reading the current events over here. And
yeah,
you're doing the cigar review there.
But this kind of brings up a point with you have to smoke a cigar twice. That's why we get 5 of them. Okay?
6 actually.
We get 6? Oh, we got 6 each. So we're actually smoking. You can smoke them 3 times each. But I will say try a cigar twice because if you don't like it the first time, it could be a bad cigar. Like for instance, mine's burning exceptionally well. Okay, Eric's is burning a little bit uneven. Although we're smoking at different rates. Okay, so Eric might be smoking it faster, which means his cigar is burning hotter, which means it's not going to be as even. I'm smoking a little bit slower. So that's why we're going to try it again. Okay, you have to try it twice. You can't just say, one cigar done. They're not all 100% perfect. Okay,
got to give it a shot. Give it a shot, Cotton.
But I will say that that it's good.
Yeah,
I'm enjoying it.
I'm definitely enjoying it. It's
look at that, dude.
It's a very enjoyable Connecticut cigar. Something definitely good for the morning. Something definitely do for the definitely something for the midday on the golf course. You know, something light you just want to get started into. So people who get a little intimidated by our blueprint because it's a darker wrapper now can try whatever we want to call this.
Dude, this is good. This is good.
Well, we did put the ingredients together. We're a little more experienced now picking and choosing some of these tobaccos.
Yeah, dude, this is
I like it's called the BBC Factory. You know what I mean? BBC, baby. Big back cock. All right. In other news, some more good news in 2023 for
I love
cigars.
how you're just all about the news, and I'm just all about the flavors of the cigar. We're going back. We're like, you read the news, I got the flavors.
Yin and yang, bro.
That's how it is.
Yin and
By
yang.
the way, peep the friggin' hoodies,
I know,
bro.
they're fresh, bro.
Peep the hoodies. I don't know if you can see this.
And speaking of April being your birthday, you didn't even mention that was a birthday present.
it was, but you also got yourself.
It was a present where we could both benefit.
That's a clip right there.
Yeah. Well, what better way to give a present when you can benefit from it too? It's like,
By the way, I also got myself one for your birthday.
it's like getting like a show ticket or like a movie ticket, for your wife or whoever, and it's like, now we can go see our favorite movie or our favorite show.
Happy birthday, honey. We're both going to Hawaii.
Yeah. I bought you a trip. I'm coming with you.
I'm going with you. No, this is Blueprint hoodies, but we're actually going to be getting what Eric has, the Burnout Podcast. We're going to be getting that on these hoodies. This was just a personal one that we made that had the blueprint when we first came out with the cigar. So we're actually going to get hoodies that have the Burnout Podcast. If you like one that says the blueprint, it has the logo on the back. We can certainly have custom orders like that. But one of the things that Eric had talked about is that we're going to be doing much more apparel, different colors of apparel, and we might even have some different. We'll have the logos, but then we might also have some like sayings. Like "Don't talk to me. I haven't had a cigar yet."
Yeah, we
things like that you might be more inclined to wear that than wearing the logo of the cigar. It'll have the logo on the back, but like the front will say,
"Yep, exactly."
I'm not angry. I just haven't had a cigar today.
No, I exactly. That's exactly what we should be doing still.
I'm not mad at you. I just haven't had a cigar today.
Yeah,
and then on the back, Burnout Podcast. Or hashtag Murnating.
Murnating. Speaking of murnating, cigars in 2023 are murnating. So this is from CigarAficionado.com. 2023, this is October 2nd. Cigar Insider Retailer Survey, majority of U.S. tobacconists say sales are up. So, compared to 2022. It's a good time to be a cigar retailer. The latest Cigar Insider survey shows that majority of cigar shops are selling more cigars than the year prior. And last year was an exceptional year for the cigar industry. They polled 81 U.S. retailers representing 291 cigar shops, and according to 69.1% of them, sales are up this year over the last. The lingering effects of the cigar boom
Long lives Lenore.
that was ignited by COVID-19 after a nationwide lockdown.
Family friend of Eric's, by the way.
So here we go. So out of all the 291 cigar shops, 69% of them sales were up. Only 6% said sales were down, and 24% said sales were flat. Pretty good.
Pretty good.
That's a positive for cigars.
Dude, look at the ash on this, man.
Right, you're crushing it.
That thing's holding.
Oh.
So I'm entering. So I don't know about you, but did you get anything else on the first third? I put in walnuts, cashews.
Hold on, let me just enter.
White pepper.
Hold on. This is the wifey calling. Hold on.
Oak.
Yellow. Hey, what's up?
You don't want to put her on the live, man?
Yeah, I canceled it. I had to cancel it yesterday.
Oh, man. Guy's taking a phone call live.
No. They called me on Tuesday and they said, "Oh, I'm confirmed." I said, "Yeah, I have to cancel, but my wife's still scheduled." She said, "Okay." All right, great. I'm glad it went well. Love you. Bye. So nothing like your wife calling you just to talk to you when she knows you're doing something,
Right. So here's what I put in for the first third, because I don't know about you, but you're definitely in the second third. But for the first third, I put dry roasted nuts like walnuts and cashews.
Yeah, that's accurate. Dry roasted nuts.
I put white pepper. I put oak.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you picked up in there? A little bit of sweetness? Anything? No? Okay. Now in the second third, I also put, for the cold draw, we said not much, a little bit of wood. So a 1 to 8, what would you say the cold draw was? Like a 4?
Yeah, I was gonna say 5, but yeah, 4 is good.
Let's do a 5, because I didn't. It's not that it was bad or off. It just wasn't outstanding. I had a little bit.
Yeah,
of
it just
wood.
wasn't. There was nothing really. I didn't really get anything. Usually when I do a cold draw, I'm like, ooh, this is I always say like a lot of sweet hay. I don't know if that's accurate, but that's what I taste.
Okay, so then I put the burn. I mean, for me, it's near freaking perfect. Okay.
Yeah, mine's starting with the second half of the cigar. Now the burn is evening out.
Okay. All right. So then we'll continue on. I mean, the first third. What would you put 1 to 12 as a rating?
10.
I mean, I thought it was really good.
Yeah, I thought it was good too.
So let's put a 10 in there. All right.
Especially mix it with the coffee.
I think it's great.
So good.
I mean, it could even be I don't know. I'll put a 10. I think a 10's good.
All right. So this was in the beginning of November, and this is just more of like a pop culture type of thing. But when the Raiders beat the Giants, I don't know if you saw this. I mean, their record was at 4-5.
The Giants suck.
Yeah.
Although Tommy DeVito,
how you doing?
dude, he's been paying me out.
Yeah, sick.
Paying me out. His over/under for passing touchdowns has been half.
He's killing it.
It's been a half.
You know why? Because he's Italian.
It's over/under half a point. I'm like, so you're telling me all he's got to do is throw one touchdown, and the first one against like the Washington Reds. I'm sorry, not Redskins. The Washington Command. I go, he's just got to throw one touchdown. First game he threw a touchdown. Thank you. #pay me. Second game, I'm like, give it to me again. One touch, you got to throw one. Next game, he threw 2. It's like, give it to me again. Next game, he threw 3. Give it to me. #pay me. Just keep freaking. I'm like, until they move it up to like 1.5, where now he's got to throw 2. I'm like, you're telling me that all he's got to do is throw one touchdown the entire game.
This is what I got to say about Tommy Cutlets.
Yeah. Tommy, I'm like, he still lives in his house with his mom in the same bedroom.
Sick. Imagine being a pro quarterback,
dude,
and you're living at home with your mother. Such an Italian move.
All I think about is Men in Black. And boy, move your bum ass out of your mom's house. Boy, you like 40 years old.
Gonna go to Bloomingdale's. You're gonna get some nice dresses.
And hire an interior decorator because, damn. Take her to Cambodia, get her a lobster dinner, pay more than $1. You guys want some pizza bagels? She puts cheese on. She has paws, so she puts a lot of cheese on. No. We're good.
Thank you.
He goes, hey, Mom. Picks up
with
the
shovel.
That's all I think of at the time I did it.
Oh.
Move your bum ass.
Nah, fuck it, man. Collect the money.
Or the second one. Boo. Boom, ticka, boom, boom, ticka.
It's more like, boo.
Oh, what does he go?
And he's like, anyways, we digress.
Gosh.
Anyways, the Raiders beat the Giants this 1 week in the first week in November, and they were all smoking cigars in the locker room. You know what they were smoking? Acids. One dude was doing a press interview, like in the locker room. He was smoking a cigar. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. Then I'm like, it looks kind of small. And they're all smoking acids.
Oh, come on, guys.
That's almost as bad as Rocky Patel, LeBron smoking that sweet Rocky Patel cigar.
Like, dude.
Bruh.
How about the time when the Patriots won the Super Bowl and Robert Kraft was handing out Padron 50 years and he goes, these cigars are 50 years old?
Yeah.
Bruh. Stop.
Wrong-o.
Get some help.
Wrong-o. Yeah, so this was just pretty cool seeing all the Raiders. See, athletes smoke cigars in the locker room right after the game.
I want to read one of these bitches.
This one, I
don't got no bitches.
I don't got no bitch.
Oh, this is the last one?
It's the last one. I kind of.
Oh, well, then I'll
don't know. I don't really. I don't know if there's really a synopsis one. I don't really know that this one just came out, but it just says the impact of missing science of the FDA CPT decisions. So the USDA, U.S. Food and Drug Administration Center for Tobacco Products was founded in 2009. Yada yada yada. I don't really feel like reading this. It's a lot of pages, but I can't really tell you what this is about. I think it's talking about how the FDA collects all this tax money and what it's spent on. So Justin takes a picture.
Yeah, I want to take a picture of this because this is like
that's some nice ash. So listen to this. So I think this article is basically saying what the FDA has used with the tax dollars that it collects from tobacco. And I'll fucking wait until you're done taking this goddamn picture.
Dude, this is a real moment right here. Okay,
this is a moment in time.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm trying to.
You got the good picture?
I did. I got a good picture. We're doing both. 2 and 1. We're doing back and forth. I'm trying to.
No, get it. Make sure it's solid.
Oh, it's solid. Look at it, dude. It's a solid picture. I'll show you to you.
Let me see.
Oh well, I'll show it to you later.
Show it to me later. But
I got
what I'm trying to say here, it's I think this article is about where the tax revenue has been spent from all the tobacco taxes. So between the years of 2009 and 23, the government estimated that the FDA CTP collected and spent $8 billion of user fees directly from manufacturers and importers of tobacco and nicotine products.
Wait, 2009 to 23?
Yeah, so that's when the
So
UFDA...
that's 14, 15 years.
So that's when the USDA CTP started.
CTP.
Yeah.
T.
So let's see.
I went to MIT. T Tech. I went to ITT Tech.
I went to D's nuts.
You ever see that video?
Oh, yeah.
With Don Mazzetti?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to MIT. T Tech. I went to ITT
I'm not
Tech.
going to read that one, but it's too much information. I should... Something we got to look
No,
up.
sorry. So I mean, recap. There's a lot of shit that happened in 2023, right? You got North Dakota.
Oh, yeah. So,
right.
Yeah.
So first off, California was like, I'm not gonna. You can't smoke cigars anymore.
Start off with Mexico saying
can't smoke cigars.
Can't smoke in general in any public
Which
place.
makes no sense because Mexico grows tobacco. Like, where do you think the Mexican San Andreas?
In Mexico, you do everything's legal in Mexico. You kill someone, where do you go? You run to Mexico. You steal money from your $1 billion company. Where do you go? You go to Mexico. You escape jail. Where do you go? Mexico.
But you can't smoke cigars.
But you can't.
You can't
Imagine being a murderer, right? Imagine you're a murderer. You kill someone, and you actually manage to make it to Mexico. No one can find you, and then you're celebrating. You're like, fuck yeah. You know who's the guy from Shawshank Redemption?
Oh yeah. I forgot his name. Andy.
Yeah, Andy Koufax. No,
no,
Andy Koufax is a baseball player.
Hold on, Andy Dufresne.
Andy Dufresne. Yeah, it's good stuff. So imagine you're Andy Dufresne, right? You escape jail. You come up with this huge plot. Escape jail. You get out, and you're like, you know what? Fuck it.
Although he didn't kill anybody, but I got you.
Well, he escaped. Well, technically he did. Well,
no.
He's convicted of murder.
Technically, he didn't though.
He was convicted, but he did not. So it falls in what my example. So anyway, you escape jail, big plot. You get there. You're cleaning your boat, smoking a nice cigar. You're celebrating. You're like, man, I'm a free man. Fuck yeah, let's go. Then the Mexican, the policía, they come and take you to jail because you're smoking a cigar on the beach. And guess what? You're done. Imagine that. Imagine that's how you get pinched, smoking a cigar in a public area.
Oh, you popped your cherry.
Fucking bullshit. So Mexico said no to smoking. North Dakota said, yeah, we can do cigar lounges and cigar bars. You can smoke inside.
Connecticut said, hey, you can start selling alcohol.
Montana said, yeah, we're not going to include premium cigars in our 50% or more tobacco tax.
And then California was like, we want to ban cigar. Well, California sucks. Yeah, they want to ban everything.
California sucks. Then we got, what else we got? We got Judge Mehta.
Judge Mehta with the deeming rule. Big news. That was probably the biggest one of 2023.
That was the biggest.
Probably the biggest story.
Voted against the FDA. Then you got cigar sales up across all the across the board for cigar retailers. You got the Raiders smoking cigars after a win inside the locker room, and now the boys from the Burn Down podcast are smoking their new or potentially new cigar sample.
This is really good. So the second third is like really. Again, there's a flavor in there. It could be a little bit of sweetness.
I think it's gotten sweeter.
It's a little sweeter.
You consider this half or the third? I think it's the third.
You're probably ending the second third into the third. But it's gotten sweeter, and it's... I mean, the ash is holding phenomenally on my cigar.
It's definitely gotten a little sweeter.
So I'm definitely going to put that...
put this down.
Sweeter. I mean, we can end it here. We're on 45 minutes.
I was just going to say, we run it for 45 minutes.
So we're going to end it. We're going to continue smoking this, and then we'll probably light up the next one in the next episode.
Yeah. So thank you guys and gals for watching and listening to us babble about cigar news of 2023.
Yeah, we were all
talking about our new cigar.
We were all over the place.
We appreciate it. Hopefully, when this is a final product, you'll consume it and enjoy it just as much as we do. So if you like this episode, if you're watching on YouTube, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, so you get notified every time we drop an episode. If you're listening on audio podcast, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, give it a 5-star rating. Leave us a review. Check out our website. Become a member. And that's going to do it.
That's going to do it.
Cheers, chin chin, and salud. Thank you, everybody. See you on the next one.